Flying is a complex dance, a symphony of precision and timing that unfolds in the skies above us. Every day, thousands of flights crisscross the globe, each one a testament to human ingenuity and coordination. It requires constant communication and split-second decisions. Pilots must be in sync with air traffic controllers, who in turn rely on ground crews to ensure everything runs smoothly. Pilots, air traffic controllers, and ground crews are all part of this intricate ballet. Each role is vital, and each person must perform their part flawlessly to keep the skies safe. They rely on each other to keep the skies safe. The trust and coordination between these professionals are what make air travel one of the safest modes of transportation. When communication breaks down, the consequences can be catastrophic. A single misstep can lead to a chain reaction of events that endanger lives. Imagine a pilot misinterpreting instructions from air traffic control. This could lead to a near miss or, in the worst-case scenario, a collision, or a mechanic missing a crucial detail in a maintenance log. Such an oversight could result in mechanical failure mid-flight. These scenarios might seem small, but in aviation even minor errors can cascade into major disasters. The margin for error is incredibly thin, but in aviation even minor errors can cascade into major disasters. A small mistake can quickly escalate, leading to emergency situations that require immediate and precise responses. We've all heard the phrase human error. It's often used to explain accidents in the air and on the ground. But what does it really mean? It's often used to explain accidents in the air and on the ground. Human error can stem from fatigue, miscommunication, or even overconfidence. But what does it really mean? In aviation, it often boils down to a breakdown in communication or judgment. These errors can be traced back to moments where critical information was missed or misunderstood. In aviation, it often boils down to a breakdown in communication or judgment. The good news is that these errors are preventable. Through rigorous training and adherence to protocols, the risk of human error can be minimized. The good news is that these errors are preventable. By understanding the risks and adopting the right strategies, we can make the skies safer for everyone. Continuous training and advancements in technology play a crucial role in this effort. By understanding the risks and adopting the right strategies, we can make the skies safer for everyone. The aviation industry is constantly evolving, learning from past mistakes, and striving to create a safer future for all who take to the skies. We live in a globalized world. People and goods move across borders at an unprecedented rate. In aviation, this means pilots and controllers from different countries and cultures need to communicate effectively. Language barriers pose a significant challenge. A pilot for whom English is a second language may misinterpret an instruction. This confusion can lead to dangerous situations. Even a slight misunderstanding about altitude or direction can have dire consequences. Ambiguous terminology adds another layer of complexity. Aviation has its own jargon, and even small variations in phrasing can cause confusion. A seemingly clear instruction might be interpreted differently by two different people. Readback errors are a common culprit in aviation mishaps. These errors occur when a pilot repeats an instruction back to air traffic control, but the repetition contains a mistake. This might seem like a minor issue, but in the high-stakes world of aviation, even small errors can lead to significant consequences. This is when a pilot repeats an instruction back to air traffic control, but gets it wrong. For instance, a pilot might be instructed to descend to 10,000 feet, but mistakenly repeats back 11,000 feet. If this error goes unnoticed, it can lead to dangerous situations. It might seem like a small mistake, but it can have big consequences. A miscommunication about altitude, speed, or direction can result in a near miss or even a collision. The margin for error in aviation is incredibly slim, and every instruction must be followed precisely. Imagine a pilot mishearing an altitude change. Instead of descending to the correct altitude, the plane might end up too high or too low. This can be particularly dangerous in busy airspace or when flying over mountainous terrain. They read back the wrong number, and air traffic control doesn't catch the error. This lapse in communication can lead to a situation where the aircraft is not where it is supposed to be, creating a potential hazard for other planes in the vicinity. The plane could end up too high or too low, putting it on a collision course with another aircraft or terrain. In the worst-case scenario, this could result in a mid-air collision or a crash into the ground. The problem is compounded when fatigue, stress, or distractions are thrown into the mix. Pilots and air traffic controllers often work long hours and under high pressure, which can impair their ability to communicate effectively and process information accurately. These factors can impair a pilot's ability to process information and communicate effectively. Distractions in the cockpit, whether from technical issues or personal stress, can lead to mistakes that might otherwise be avoided. Even experienced pilots can make mistakes when they're tired or under pressure. The aviation industry continuously works to mitigate these risks through training, technology, and stringent protocols, but human error remains an ever-present challenge. Overconfidence can be just as dangerous as a lack of confidence. While confidence is essential for pilots, it must be balanced with humility and awareness of one's limitations. Pilots are highly trained professionals, and rightfully so. Their rigorous training prepares them for a multitude of scenarios, ensuring they can handle the pressures of flight. However, this extensive training can sometimes foster a sense of invincibility. But sometimes this confidence can lead to complacency or a reluctance to ask for help. A pilot might feel that seeking assistance is a sign of weakness, which can be a dangerous mindset in critical situations. Imagine a pilot who's dealing with a mechanical issue. They might believe they can handle it alone, relying on their experience and skills. They're confident in their abilities and don't want to appear weak by requesting assistance. This overconfidence can prevent them from seeking the necessary help, potentially exacerbating the problem. This hesitation to speak up could lead to a delayed diagnosis, potentially making the situation worse. The issue might escalate, turning a manageable problem into a critical one. Stress can also cloud judgment. In high-pressure situations, the ability to think clearly and make rational decisions is crucial. When things go wrong in the air, it's natural to feel stressed. Turbulence, unexpected weather changes, or technical malfunctions can all contribute to a heightened sense of urgency. But this stress can narrow a pilot's focus, making it difficult to think clearly and make rational decisions. The tunnel vision that results from stress can lead to overlooking critical details. Under pressure, even experienced pilots can make mistakes they wouldn't normally make. The combination of overconfidence and stress can be a dangerous mix, leading to errors that could have been avoided with a more balanced approach. Section 5. The Fog of Misjudgment. Situational awareness is another critical factor in aviation safety. It's about understanding what's happening around you and anticipating potential problems. When situational awareness breaks down, pilots can make poor decisions that lead to dangerous situations. Imagine a pilot who's so focused on navigating through a storm that they fail to notice another aircraft approaching. This lack of situational awareness could result in a near miss or worse. Fatigue, distractions, and information overload can all contribute to a loss of situational awareness. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. There's simply too much information coming in for the brain to process effectively. Section 6. A chain reaction of errors. In aviation, mistakes rarely happen in isolation. More often, they're the result of a chain of events, each one compounding the previous one. A seemingly minor error can set off a cascade of problems, ultimately leading to a catastrophic outcome. Imagine a mechanic forgets to properly secure a panel on an aircraft's wing. During flight, the panel comes loose, creating drag and affecting the plane's handling. The pilot, already dealing with bad weather, struggles to control the aircraft. The combination of errors leads to an accident. Section 7. Preventing the unthinkable. The good news is that many of these errors are preventable. By implementing robust safety protocols and fostering a culture of open communication, we can significantly reduce the risk of accidents. Standard phraseology is one key strategy. By using clear, concise language that's universally understood, we can minimize the risk of misinterpretation. It's like speaking a common language in the cockpit, one that leaves no room for ambiguity. Clear communication is paramount. Pilots need to feel comfortable speaking up if they have concerns, whether it's questioning an instruction or reporting a potential problem. Encourage pilots to ask if they're unsure, and emphasize that there's no shame in seeking clarification. Section 8. Building a culture of safety. Training and simulation play a crucial role. By putting pilots through realistic scenarios, we can help them develop their decision-making skills and practice responding to emergencies. It's like a dress rehearsal for the real deal, allowing pilots to learn from their mistakes in a safe environment. Fostering a speak-up culture is essential. Everyone involved in aviation operations, from pilots to mechanics to air traffic controllers, should feel empowered to voice concerns without fear of retribution. Create a culture where safety is everyone's responsibility, not just the captain's. Section 9, Clear Skies Ahead. Aviation safety is an ongoing journey, not a destination. By constantly striving to improve communication, enhance judgment, and minimize errors, we can make the skies safer for everyone. Remember, it's not about blaming individuals but about creating a system that promotes safety at every level. Let's work together to ensure that every flight takes off and lands safely. We owe it to the passengers who entrust us with their lives and to the families who await their loved ones' return.